520 to 750 the day it happened. I remember refreshing my credit app that morning when the number popped up 750. I literally yelled. This right here was the day that I realized that I could finally breathe again. 6 months earlier, my score was a wreck. My phone full of collection calls and my bank account was always negative. But I made a decision, and since then, everything has changed. I remember one month I was in the checkout line at the shop. I had like £17 in my account and my total came to £20. I had to put a loaf of bread and some eggs back in front of a long line. Now, can you imagine the embarrassment? A week later, I applied for a car loan and was laughed off the phone when they pulled out my credit file. 520, I felt ashamed, frustrated, and honestly angry at myself. It wasn't just a number, it was the feeling of being locked out of opportunities. A good credit score meant cheaper rent, better job offers, actual freedom. So I made a promise, I'm going to fix this. I don't care how long it takes. So what is actually a credit score anyway? Back then, I didn't even know how credit scores worked. I used to think paying your bills on time was enough. But when I pulled my free credit report, I saw collections I didn't even recognize, late payments I forgot about, and high balances on tiny limit cards. I started researching obsessively. I learned about the FICO breakdown, so FICO breakdown, which meant 35% is payment history, 30% is how much you actually owe, so this is your utilization. The rest is credit age, new accounts, and a mix of both. So that moment was actually empowering. For once I understood the rules and I could actually play to win. So this is my month by month journey. Step one was to face the damage. First thing I did was pull all three credit reports: Experian, Equifax, and Clear Score. So I sat down with a coffee and started circling every error. There were two collections that weren't even mine. One was for a phone bill that came to about £150, and another was a £65 utility bill from an apartment that I had moved out about 4 years ago. I disputed everything, and when basically they weren't cooperating, I went through the financial ombudsman, which in the UK is basically a body that oversees everything really financially and protects the consumers. After I contacted the financial ombudsman, that usually works. Within a month, one was removed. That alone bumped up my score by 27 points. Step 2, credit card balances actually kill scores. This was an eye-opener. My £500 credit card was maxed out at £498, and I thought making the minimum payment was enough, but that meant that I was at 99% utilization, and FICO actually hates me. I scraped together side hustle cash, sold an old bike, and used my tax return to pay down, but only do that if you can actually manage the extra or if you're planning on using your credit card wisely. Step 3, I added this type of account. I'd only ever had one credit card, no loans, so I signed up for a credit builder loan through my credit union. £500 locked in a savings account, £25 payments over 6 months. At first, I felt silly. Why actually borrow my own money? But this added an installment loan to my credit mix. Within a few weeks, I saw another bump. The algorithm likes it when you prove you can manage different types of credit responsibilities, and basically you're not overly reliant on credit. Step 4, this was cleaning house. This month was all about maintenance. I followed up on my disputes. 2 were still pending, but I also saw a late payment I knew was mine. I called the creditor, politely explained my situation, and asked for a goodwill adjustment. So what do you know, they actually agreed to remove it. I also closed an old retail card I hadn't used in years, but only after confirming it wouldn't hurt my history too much. Step 5, set it and forget it. At this point, I was tired of tracking due dates manually, so I automated everything. I set all minimum payments to auto pay, even if I had paid extra manually later. I also used calendar reminders and a £50 buffer in my account to protect against overdrafts. In this month, my credit score only went up 12 points, but that consistency was building the foundation for lasting improvements. Step 6, watch it climb. I downloaded Credit Karma and Experience app and checked my score weekly. By now, I wasn't just trying to increase my score, I was actually protecting it. I got an alert, another dispute resolved in my favor, deleted. My score jumped to 750. I laughed, cried, and took myself out for a £5 coffee. That score used to be my enemy. Now it is my reward for not giving up. From 520 to 750 the day it happened. I remember refreshing my credit app that morning when the number popped up 750. I literally yelled. I was approved for a new apartment the next day. The car loan I was denied before, I reapplied and was instantly approved with half the interest rate. My life didn't magically change overnight, but my confidence actually did. I no longer had to settle. I actually had options this time and opportunities, which was a great feeling to have. Tips and mistakes to avoid. Learn from my mistakes, guys. Here's what not to do. Don't close your oldest account. Keep your credit history intact. Don't max out one card, even if you're under your total limit. Don't apply for too many cards at once. Every inquiry actually matters because they look into your credit file, and these count as hard searches. And hard searches, too many at once, shows that you're reliant on credit, which is a bad sign. With that said, so what should you actually do? Track everything, celebrate tiny wins, ask for help, and be kind to yourself. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Your credit comeback starts today. If you're ready to change your credit story, you can start today. Like this video so more people can find it. Drop a comment with your current score or your goal. Also, if this video resonated with you or you found it helpful, then go ahead and subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any further upcoming videos that can really help you, help your financial situation or your financial journey and investment journey. So final note, guys, remember, you're more than just a number. I used to think that my credit score said something about my worth. Now I know better. It is actually just a number. You are not your debt. You are not your past. Every on-time payment, every small win builds something powerful, and this is your freedom. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.